All right, welcome back to MI Tesla Guy. Got a special guest here with me because today is a road trip day, and a very, very special road trip day. As you can tell by the very grainy footage, it is dark out. It is 7:05 in the morning. We already have some go juice here. We have two special events today. One for sure we're going to make it to, and the other one we're not quite sure. What is the first special event we're going to?
We're going to my honors choir practice.
She made honors choir this year, which is very exciting for her because she loves to sing, which is probably what we'll be doing the entire way there. So we got about a 2-hour trip, and it's going to be very exciting. We're going to bring you along with us and kind of show you the stops and what we do. And after that special event is over, then that's when we will tell you about what the second event is. But I'll give you an idea of our efficiency and everything like that. Most of our trip is going to be highway at somewhere between 73 and 75 miles an hour. Outside temperature is 65 degrees currently, which is crazy for Michigan on November 5th. But we're going to bring you along with us and kind of let you know a little bit of the personal side, and then also, of course, get the Tesla stuff in there too. So come along with us. All right, so we just arrived at the Schwartz Creek Supercharger. It is 8:32 a.m., making pretty good time, and got to see a pretty cool sunrise on the way here. So let's take a look at what the efficiency is here. So to be fair, I did not reset my trip odometer till we actually been on the highway for about 5 or 10 miles, but that really shouldn't matter. So for this leg of it, you just want to go from the since last charge. 110 miles, 38 kilowatt hours used for average of 350 watt hours a mile. It is pretty windy out there, and temperature is still 63 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'll take it. Now I'm gonna hop out, get us plugged in, and then this is in a Meijer parking lot, which most of them in Michigan are. Hit the restroom real quick, maybe pick up a breakfast snack or something like that, and then we will be out and on our way. We technically don't even need to stop here. We could have got all the way to Birch Run, but I want to make sure that we have enough charge that when we leave Birch Run, we can make it a good deal of the way to our next destination. I know you're just on pins and needles, but you're not going to find out what that destination is until after the choir thing. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So Michigan, Tesla Owners Club of Michigan has what they call an Adopt a Supercharger program. And you will see when I plug in, I'm going to show you, a lot of Tesla owners in Michigan have kind of bound together, pooled their funds, and have put garbage cans at many of the Michigan Supercharger locations. And to Meijers' credit, many of the Meijer stores have also done something similar. And many of the Meijer stores, actually, they will actually keep the bag checked and emptied and everything like that and take care of it. But a lot of us owners are actually volunteering to do that as well. Kind of a cool little program. If you don't have that where you're at and you do have a Tesla Owners Club, maybe something to think about doing. If you're interested in how that works and everything like that, drop me a comment down below and I can connect you with the people who are heading that up in Michigan. Not bad. All right, and just like that, we are done. We just, walked in, basically went to the restroom, got a snack, only about 10-15 minutes. We're back out. We're at 77%. We're going to get unplugged and head on to Birch Run High School. 26 miles, 26 minutes, and we should arrive with 67%, which will give us a good head start on the way down to our next destination after the honors choir practice. I will be working from the car while she is in practice, so we'll obviously have less percentage, but I'll circle back with you on that when we get to that point. But yeah, we're going to get unplugged and head off to Birch Run High School. All right, we have arrived at Birch Run High School. She is excited and nervous. Real quick, let's just take a look at the efficiency for that very short trip from the Schwartz Creek Supercharger. Since last charge, 27 miles, 7 kilowatts for 276 watt hours a mile. It's warmed up and it was not quite as windy. I'm guessing that is the reason for that result. But here you go. You've got the entire trip, 127 miles. It was probably actually like 135 or 140. 42 kilowatts, 332 watt hours a mile. And with that, we are going to head inside and then I will catch up with you, just me, while she is practicing. And I'm doing some other stuff, getting some work done, things like that. So we will see you shortly. All right, so since Beth is at her choir thing, I am actually working remotely from my car. This is pretty cool because it's my first time using this new product down here, the Joa foldable car tray. Gonna get a little wireless hotspot set up here and get some work done. I know I've said it on a previous video, I don't remember which one, but electric vehicles, I don't think this is Tesla specific, but electric vehicles, man, work from your car, these things are awesome. Climate on, I can have music running in the background, I don't have to worry about, you know, exhaust or anything like that. And just, they're so quiet, you're just sitting there working. It's kind of... All right, she is done with the morning part of the choir practice. We just had lunch at the Birch Run Deli in Birch Run, Michigan. Go figure. It was good. It's like a New York style steak onion and provolone sub, and you had a meatball and provolone sub, which was called the Italian Stallion. I like that. That's a good name. So we are just chilling out, having father-daughter time. We're gonna head back in about 10 minutes for the afternoon portion of the practice, and then we will continue on to the next destination. So, just about to pick Beth up. The place we are off to now is actually Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, home of the Detroit Lions. Why we admit that, I'm not quite sure, based on their performances, but that is where we're heading off because my son, Matt, his band is in the state marching band finals for high school, which is very, very exciting. So soon as she gets here, we're heading out, and we are actually going to start by hitting up the Northville, Michigan supercharger. I've never been to that one. It is a version 3 supercharger, so I'm very excited about that. If you're not sure what that means or wonder why I'm excited about it, I will put a link in the description below to a video I did about charging a Tesla, and it talks about it there. So chances are it won't catch up with you until we're well on the road or we're actually at the Northville supercharger. Interestingly enough, when I put the Northville supercharger into the Tesla navigation, you get a very interesting message because it is super windy out. Let me show it to you. There you go. Strong winds forecasted from the southwest. Looks like it says we'll get there with 19% battery. We'll see, because we are heading south, so it's going to be a headwind. All right, see, I told you she'd be back. She's right over there. We are at the Northville, Michigan supercharger. I already plugged in. I will say, let's take a look here real quick. Check this out. We are charging at 240 kilowatts. Yeah. Let's take a look here at the trip information. All right, so the to Detroit, so that'd be from Birch Run to Detroit, 74 miles, or in this case, to Northville, 74 miles, 26 kilowatts. 353 watt hours a mile. That was actually running about 400 watt hours a mile at the beginning of the trip because of really heavy wind. Okay, so the state marching band final competition, that is about a 29-minute trip. Our son's band plays at 6:52. It is 5:27 right now. That may seem like a lot of time, but downtown Detroit can be interesting, and I haven't ever been to Ford Field, actually. So I'm not sure where I'm parking or any of that kind of stuff. So hoping for a lot of time. Hoping to get out of here with an estimated arrival time of about 10 after 6. So we'll see how close we do. We're going to head in quick, hit the restroom, maybe grab some caffeinated beverage, and we'll be back. All right, and just like that, we're at 62%. We got here with, I think, 27 or 28%. And we are about ready to unplug and head there. One thing I forgot to mention is when we left Birch Run, it had said we'd arrive at 20%, and I thought, oh man, it's probably going to be worse than that. You can ask Beth. I told her that. I'm like, I bet we're going to be like 10. Color me surprised, but we got here and it was like 26 or 27%. So I don't know if I drove a different speed or the weather just wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But I'm looking at it now. It says if we leave right now, we'll get to Ford Field at 6:07. With how lost I'll probably get, it's good that we'll be there 47 minutes before we have to be in there. So we're going to get unplugged, head that way. Hopefully we'll get there with enough time that we can check in with you, maybe as we're walking in or something like that. If not, certainly once we get seated. So we will see you there. Actually, 1 row over and 2 up from my wife and my mom who came. And so that's pretty cool. I'm like, where are you parked? She's like, open up your app, which is true. You can just open up the app and of course I can see where the other car is. This is interesting. Mustang Mach-E, pretty cool. So we are gonna walk into Ford Field right now, see if we can find them. Finding the car was easy because there's an app for that, but finding them probably not so much. So here we go. think?
It's really cool.
Really cool, huh?
The MCBA is proud to present in-state championship performance, the Granville High School Marching Band.
Performance is over. All the bands did really great. Our high school came in second in the state. It was kind of a cool experience being inside an NFL stadium for this performance. What did you think about that? It was cool. I think she's tired. And we are all heading back to the Northville Supercharger, and then we're probably going to hit there's a new Supercharger in Lansing on the south side of town, which is great because the only one that used to be there, not really one that was convenient or anything like that, and it was a V2. And this new one is a V3, so we're probably going to hit that. So hopefully grab some to eat somewhere on the way home too. So we'll check in with you along the way. All right, back at the Northville Charger. So let's see what we got here as far as our little trip to Northville from Detroit. It's going to sound very familiar. We've got 27 miles, 10 kilowatts, 391 watt hours per mile. At this point, actually, I have no theory on why the watt hours per mile was so high, other than I had to get it onto my system because our Model Y is a performance, so I did maybe hit it a couple times. Kind of threw my cell phone in the back. Anyway, we're gonna get plugged in. Ah! There's one of the other members of our travel party. So I will get plugged in and we'll introduce you to them as well. All right, crazy hair day, so windy. Proof back there. That is the mom of the clan. So, and my mom is apparently still sitting in our Model 3 back there.
She's texting her friends.
Oh, she's texting her friends. So we are going to hopefully grab something quick to eat, and then we'll get on our way. All right, we're at the new Lansing, Michigan, South Pennsylvania Avenue Supercharger. Pretty cool. There's actually a lot around here. Culver's, Meyer gas station, other stuff. Obviously a Meyer, it's in the parking lot of the Meyer. Anyway, we're gonna get plugged in, but let's, and it's a version 3, again, 250 kilowatt top charging speed. Let's take a look at our efficiency for this leg of the trip home. All right, so since last charge, we're at 66 miles, 24 kilowatts, 369 watt hours per mile. We don't have to charge for long. Actually, in this car, we could get all the way home. We didn't need to stop here, but I wanted to stop here because I want to see what it was like. It's a new Supercharger. Next time we check in with you, it is probably going to be at home. Yes. All right, and with that, the road trip has come to a close. I already dropped my daughter off at the house, and I am picking up my son right now. It is almost exactly midnight, so that's perfect. So let's take a look at our final efficiency for this final leg, and of course the trip from Detroit. Final leg since last charge, 79 miles, 30 kilowatts for 372 watt hours a mile. That seems about par for the course for this trip. And then from Detroit, a total of 172 miles, 64 kilowatts, 374 watt hours per mile. And there he is getting ready to get in. So we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.